अपेक्षणीया तत्रातिदाक्षादति बलवशम् वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं संसारदामानललिलोका प्राणाय पादुलं घनाघनतं तप्तकल्लनगुणान्नभश्च वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं साक्षादरीतेन समस्तशास्त्रैः युक्तस्तथा भापत एव सद्भिः साक्षादरीतेन समस्तशास्त्रैः युक्तस्तथा भापत एव सद्भिः प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं संसारधामानललिलोका प्राणाय पादुलं सकलनगुणार्णवश्च वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसाद यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसाद यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि दयं स्तुवं तस्य यशस्वी सन्धौ दयं स्तुवं तस्य यशस्वी सन्धौ वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं संसारदावानललिलोका प्राणाय पादुलं घनाघनतं तप्तकल्लनगुणार्णवश्च वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं चरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं संसारदावानललिलोका प्राणाय पादुलं घनाघनत्यं तप्तकल्लनगुणार्णवश्च वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दं निकुञ्जजोनारतिकलिसिद्धैः निकुञ्जजोनारतिकलिसिद्धैः जाजालीमुक्तिरपेक्षणीया अपेक्षणीया तत्रातिदाक्षादति वल्लवश्याम् वन्दे पुरश्रीतदनरविन्दं वन्दे पुरश्रीतदनरविन्दं वन्दे पुरश्रीतदनरविन्दं वन्दे पुरश्रीतदनरविन्दं संसारदामानललिङ्गलोको प्राणायकान्य घनाघनतम् भक्तकल्लनगुणान्नभक्ष वन्दे गुरचेतननरविन्दम् वन्दे गुरश्रीचतनरविन्दं वन्दे गुरचेतननरविन्दम् साक्षादरीतेन समस्तशास्त्रैः युक्तस्तथा भावत एव सद्भिः साक्षादरीतेन समस्तशास्त्रैः युक्तस्तथा भावत एव सद्भिः वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दम् तो प्रभोक्ता प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दम् संसारदावानललिङ्गलोको प्राणाय पारिण घनाघनत्यम् भक्तशकलनगुणार्णवश्य वन्दे गुरश्रीचरणरविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसाद यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसाद।
Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for joining. So this is a New Year's Eve preparation and presentation from Krishna village. So we have a live, YouTube live has been recorded. I welcome all of you on this special evening. So there have been time we would have spent at this time at the temple every year as we celebrate the new year, welcome the new year, and the association of devotees by singing and dancing and prasadam, all this. But, by the Lord's inconceivable arrangement, we are here and still same busy preparing. And we will begin with prayers, with 6 Ashtakam prayers. Sweta Mataji, you ready?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
You can unmute and yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, Prabhu? Hare Krishna?
Yes, we can hear you, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, wasn't sure. We'll start. Okay. Cheto darpanamarjanam
We can hear
bhavamaha.
you. You mute.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So we can hear her, Prabhuji. We can hear her.
Anyone can hear her?
Yes, Prabhu.
Maybe your
Your sound is not on.
you can't hear us.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Can you chant? I'm sorry. Now you can begin.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadhavagni nirvapanam Shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् नाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस् तत्रार्पिता नियमिता स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवम् ईदृशम् इह जानिनानुरागः तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरिः न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद् भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितामा विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजा स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तया नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदहृदयगिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपुः कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवृषायितं शून्यायितं जगत् सर्वं गोविन्द विरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां विनष्टु मां दर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु न स एव नापरः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री शिक्षाष्टकम की जय।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Satamataji. So Gauranga is on his way. We had a program in the temple, Kirtan there. Anyone would like to say some prayers? Dhruva, you want to chant? No? Dhruva? Okay, we'll play some other. Just 1 second.
साक्षाधरीतेन समस्तशास्त्रैः युक्तस्तथा भापत एव सद्भिः साक्षाधरीतेन समस्तशास्त्रैः युक्तस्तथा भापत एव सद्भिः वंदे गुरसी चरणरविन्दम् तो प्रभो प्रियैव दर्श वंदे गुरसी चरणरविन्दम् संसारधामानललितलोका प्राणाय पारिण घनाघनत्यम् सकलनुगुणार्णवश वन्दे गुरश्री चरणरविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्
Hare Krishna. So I'm ready with Kirtan. Bhumi, you want to sing? Rajvi? Okay, let me try. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna. So we will change. We'll begin our presentation now. You can sit here. So we offered these prayers. It's a unique program, and also it's recorded on YouTube. So in future people can go and look into those who could not see it. I welcome everyone. We'll begin with our first presentation tonight. Saikenpo, can we set the schedule? Okay, I can tell. We will, next is our presentation of 2020, what we did in Krishna village, what we achieved behind the scene. Some of the things were, visible online, and a lot of background work has been done. Then we'll go for few devotees will share on Sunday school, the finances, the book distribution, and Subharnimai Prabhu from Sodal, he will share some of his achievements this in 2020. Then we'll go for a quick question answer, if anyone, very short. Then there'll be Kahoot quiz, online quiz. Then we'll watch a drama tonight together. Then for some time we'll discuss about our 2021 plan. Hare Krishna. So with all of your permission, we will let me share this tonight. Yes, as we always begin our program with Rupa Goswami's statement, always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. That is our program we try at Krishna Village. And I will start with this prayer, very beautiful prayer which I offered last year. Okay, you can come. Yeah. Last year we offered this prayer, which is a prayer offered by Dhritarashtra. Even though he was a demon, he offered such a beautiful prayer, and we can benefit from this prayer, repeating those prayers. Aham Hare Tava Pade Kamala Dasanudasa Bhavitasmi Bhuyah Namasvareta Supate Gunaste Grunita Ba Karma Karotu Kayah. O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, will I again be able to be a servant of your eternal servants who find shelter only at your lotus feet? O Lord of my life, may I again become their servant so that my mind may always think of your transcendental attributes. My words always glorify those attributes, and my body always engage in the loving service of your Lordship. Such a very deep aspiration. We can always ask so many things. Again, in this year, we can remember these prayers from the Dhritarashtra. And second prayer is Na nakapushtam na cha parameshteyam na sarvabhauma na rasadhipatyam na yoga siddhirapanarbhavam va samanjasa tvam virahaya kankshe. Can we read that again?
The translation.
Yes.
O my Lord, source of all opportunities, I do not desire to enjoy in Devaloka, the heavenly planets, or the planet where Lord Brahma resides. Nor do I want to be the supreme ruler of all the earthly planets, or the lower planetary system. I do not desire to be master of the powers of mystic yoga, nor do I want liberation if I have to give up the lotus feet.
Constant. These great personalities have shown with their example what the best thing we can aspire as we approach the Lord, lotus feet of the Lord. So we'll begin with this. May this year bring all auspiciousness to you and your family for the new year, which is coming. And our goal has been creating spiritual surcharged community by practicing, personally the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and teaching others in doing the same. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Few things happened here. As we last year, just same time, last year we prepared wonderfully, we celebrated, and generally our activities do not start, major activities do not start until the spring. And before spring, we start some festivals, very important festivals for us, which is Lord Nityananda's appearance day. Then in March, we do Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, Gaur Purnima. That's the last major festival jubilantly we celebrated, which is called Holi. I hope you all remember. We had a very wonderful time, right? All of you remember. Now, just on the same time, we heard about this situation, which is Corona. And from that day onwards, temple all over the world, and our temple also impacted. Our congregation has not been able to get this benefit of physically coming to the temple having darshan. But we have been praying. We have been praying for all our community all the time. And a few things happened during this time. This, especially during COVID time, behind the scene, is we started daily Srimad Bhagavatam classes. Many of you read Nashtapraya Subhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. What is that? We started 2 times in a day, actually started. One is morning program, morning to give our devotees begin their day with chanting also. We have a chanting also. It starts at 4:45 a.m. in the morning, and then 7:45 begins Srimad Bhagavatam class. Different devotees, they speak, they share. And also in the night, say 6 days in a week, as far as I know, 6 days a week, there's a group of devotees who read Srimad Bhagavatam. That's a great achievement. It's been going on for several months. I'm very grateful for those who are participating and devotees for leading, making this happen. The 2 Bhagavatam classes happened. They're still continuing. Everyone can still take advantage of it. Now, another interesting thing happened is in this year, we read a very wonderful books. As it's still available, many of them are available YouTube. You can see Chaitanya Charitamrita, see Chaitanya Charitamrita. We read the translations as a group of devotees every evening, 7:30 to 8:45. We did it and finished the whole translation. It took, I think, 3 months, approximately 3 months it took. Then Prabhupada Leelamrit, which is very unique, not hardly any of us has done it, had read before completely. But Prabhupada Leelamrit, we read almost 6 months, 6 or 7 months we spent. 6 months we spent together, non-stop, 7 days a week. As a group, everyone read together. That should be also available on YouTube, many of them. So if you happen to, at Krishna Village YouTube channel, you can see many of the recordings should be available. It's a big book. It's about the Prabhupada's activity from childhood and until he left this planet. Now the current book also started. It's called The Nectar of Devotion. Still going on. This is one of the achievement. Sunday Love Feast. Unfortunately, it was a vibrant atmosphere for us on Sundays, but unfortunately we could not. But we made sure that our congregation still can, takes advantage of it. Once in a while they can come, have darshan, pick the prasadam. We provided this service with our best of our abilities by following the rules, regulations, and up and down. Till now, the situation is up and down. Nothing is very steady. However, we continue to pray for all of you. We continue to pray for all of you for the welfare of our devotees. One thing which this left portion projects, permit from the county, new parking lot, new entrance, water line. It was a part of our last year's agenda. And last year's agenda. So it happened in the background. We worked with the engineers. We worked with the county to get a permit for a facility, Krishna Village facility. For some of you, may be surprising that it is not. We don't have a full permit yet from the county. So we're working constantly. We were working. one of the sewer lawn and parking lot, permit to use the current facility, storm waters and water line. We got the water line, fortunately, and this rest of the projects are still in progress. So it happened that we have spent almost $13,000 on engineering design so far. However, there's a very recent bill which comes from the engineers stating $72,000 we owe for the project, just for the working on the permit. That's the engineering fees. We received a bill. We'll be working on this to see how we can pay. And now, one very important point I want to share to all of you. It's a unique. Program we did. A few devotees, almost 7, 8, or 9 at the beginning, since January, if I remember, or February of this year, we worked on a Krishna Village strategic plan. Many of them are on this call. Some of them may not be there on this call, but we worked on a strategic plan for our temple. What is our future? And while doing that, it took almost 8, 9 months, 9 or 10 months. Every week we joined, every week at least twice, 2 hours in a week, and a lot of homework was done behind. So, so many hundreds of hours has been spent. So we came up with a plan as a community, who we are, what is our vision is, and what are the things we would like to achieve in this the state of Delaware. Many things we would like to share. This we'll upload on our website, but I'm very grateful to all the devotees who joined this and helped to bring up this plan, so that it's very clear for the future devotees generations. Are very clear what we are doing and what they will be doing. I don't know if Suvarnimai Prabhu is there. So at this time, if he's the, at this time, we will start with one of our leaders, some of the devotees who have been leading several projects in our temple. In beginning with finances, how we did it. Many times people ask how you manage the finances. What is your source of income? We don't see there's so much traffic of to our temple, but we are very grateful that I'll stop the screen sharing at this time. I will allow Sai Kiran Prabhu to begin with. Sai Kiran Prabhu is our one of the yes, you're ready. You can share your. She is one of acting as a treasurer, and also Balas Prabhu is also a treasurer. Sai Kiran Prabhu will be presenting our 2020 in summary of incomes. So when you're ready, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna everyone. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Now we can.
Okay. Is everyone are you able to see the screen also? Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you, Krishna Gitam Prabhu, for giving us the opportunity to serve Krishna Village. So we'll start with the presentation. I'll be speaking about the donations, and Balaji Prabhu will be speaking about the expenses. So this year, the financial summary for Krishna Village, the total income for the temple was around 137K, and temple, like always, is always supported with the congregation, the Krishna Village congregation and extended congregation. So what you see in the table is the income has been driven by 17 different categories, and the top 4 categories: the general temple donation, Janmashtami, the monthly pledges, and the book distribution. they account for almost 89% of the total amount of 137K. And then this excludes some Square and PayPal donations. So this is not yet complete. This is there are still some pending donations that need to be added, and this does not include any expenses. So even though this year, as Prabhu mentioned, it was challenging in many ways due to the support of the congregation, we were still be able to, with their donations, we were able to still continue our services wherever we can. So going to the next slide. So this is just a different view of the same slide, and just on few things. The monthly pledge members, we have 21 monthly pledge members currently, and they donate every month regularly. Some of it happens via PayPal or Square or by checks. So this helps kind of the running of the temple with respect to the at least the mortgage payment. So it comes to around $1,700 monthly. And this year, because of a lot of online programs and online drivers that the team did, we had total of 185 unique donors. Out of them, when we compared it with last year, like there were 95 more donors in 2020 when compared to 2019. And out of those, 60 of them donated exclusively for the books. So the Bruhad Mudang team, Pranath Prabhu and Atulya Harnam Prabhu, Suvarnanimai Prabhu and others, all the book distribution, like we added close to 60 new donors because of the book distribution. And as Krishna Gitabu mentioned, like Sunday feasts and festival sponsors, we did not have much festivals. The last major festival we did was in the temple was Gaur Purnima, but still we had a few Sunday feast sponsors, like 7 Sunday feast sponsors and 6 festival sponsors. So just an year-over-year comparison between last year to this year. So there were certain categories where we saw growth. One is, the general temple donation, because we had many drives, and book distribution. The book distribution also we saw an increase year over year, and Janmashtami. So even for Janmashtami, we did a drive to see if we can pay off the temple mortgage. So we got a little bit more donations compared to last year. And there were certain categories where we saw some decline, right? Because Govinda's catering, obviously we did not get that many catering orders or gift shop because there were not many people coming to the temple, the Sunday feast or festival festivals. So all those categories we saw a decline. And usually last year we had 3 major, we could say, elaborate festivals like Mela, Rath Yatra, Color Fest. So all of them were cancelled due to the pandemic this year. So we were not able to do certain events. Now, this slide is basically we are segregating the accounts from Krishna Village and Dover. So this shows from a Dover perspective, because in the Dover, there is a desire from the congregation there to have a temple, and there has also been a desire within the overall congregation to have a Goshala. So starting in October, we did a program for Goshala, an online fundraiser. So this shows basically the funds collected for that for Dover project. So around 38K, and it has been driven mainly from the Dover congregation, or it has been from the cow program, the Goshala. So this is a new project that we have undertaken this year, and there are still certain funds from the GoFundMe which will have to be added, and this does not include any expenses. So let's see. And with that, I will go to the next slide. Balaji Prabhu, you want to take over? Like I will control the slides.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sai Karan Prabhu. Very wonderful.
Thank you, Sai Karan Prabhu. Thank you, Krishna Kirtan Prabhu, for giving the opportunity to do some service to Krishna village. And I'm grateful for that. And with that, I'll be trying to cover some of the expenses which incurred in the year 2020 for our organization. Even before I go into those details, I just want to kind of highlight, even though we had the pandemic, we had some of the public facing festivals and festivals downsized or scaled down, but the temple services continued without a fail. There was every day the services, the offering, or whatever we had been doing pre-corona, we continued to do it, and all the festivals, everything were celebrated, and we ensured any of the there was no compromise in the service to the lordships. So that was one of the points which I just wanted to kind of mention, even though we were affected, but I think so we successfully were able to kind of manage in terms of keeping all the services go through in a limited manner. And this particular slide kind of gives a high-level picture of where the funds have been spent out. So approximately about $157,000 has been expensed out in this year, and there may be few more which may come, which are yet to be claimed from the last couple of days or weeks, I would say. And Sai Karan Prabhu mentioned, all of this particular expenses have been paid out by the generous support of all of our donors. So we do have the categorization, which indicates where exactly we have kind of spent it. So one of the biggest chunk where we have spent out is in terms of clearing out our mortgage. That's one of our aim in terms of getting Krishna village to a self-sustenancy, wherein paying mortgage has been one of our biggest expense, or the biggest monthly expense, I would say. So the team, as Krishna Kirtan Prabhu mentioned, he has been striving and trying to work in terms of getting the temple into a mortgage free, so that we can utilize whatever other donations come for the better utilization towards the services as necessary. So that's one of the major item. And the next, another major item where we kind of saw a little more increase was in terms of the book contribution, or for the books with the Bruhad Mridanga team. Kudos to them. I think so they did a wonderful job. I think so we were successful in terms of meeting our targets for whatever we the team surpassed the targets, I would say. And also they did a drive towards distributing 50 plus Srimad Bhagavatam sets, which was the first time in this year, which is again something remarkable, which Pranath Prabhu will cover. I just wanted to mention. So we saw a slightly higher expense in terms of book purchases when compared from the previous year. So that's our next major category in which we spent out. And also coming on to another remarkable thing which we did was in terms of taking care of our Subal Prabhu. Subal Prabhu is the backbone and he's been there in terms of serving the deities every day. And Krishna Kirtan Prabhu wanted to kind of take care of Subal Prabhu, and we kind of got assisted in terms of getting a place for him back in India. So there was the temple has kind of sponsored some significant amount over there towards his land purchase. So that's one area where we have see an expense in terms of the devotee maintenance, which we see. And as the engineering cost, which Krishna Kirtan Prabhu mentioned, we had received the bills over the year for the tune of 7,600, which has been paid out. And the last one, which we received about a week back. That's yet to be kind of digested and negotiated. So that's to be addressed as we go on. And another major upgrade which happened to the temple was in terms of getting the roof replaced. So this was one of the reason. In terms of the repairs and maintenance, we saw some significant uptick when compared to the last year. So this particular slide kind of gives out the breakup of where we have spent and how we have gone in. And Saikiran Prabhu, can you please go to the next? Yeah. So some of these points I kind of mentioned. Out of the huge chunk, the 60K, whatever we spent or we prepaid our mortgage to the tune of 60K throughout this year through the various programs, I think. So whatever we received during Janmashtami, there was a drive to get the mortgage, the temple mortgage cleared. So there was some kind of donations, whatever came in, and also along with as and when the temple had some surplus cash, we tried clearing out the mortgage. So this is where, and there were a few other expenses which we did not see this year was due to the pandemic, like the Color Fest, Rath Yatra, Mela, and the New York trip, which we have been doing from the last few years. They were cancelled. So this kind of just key takeaways or key highlights of what we achieved. And this table is an approximate amount, not exactly to the dollar, but the mortgage is about $115,000 outstanding. And there are the loans which the temple has received from some of the devotees to the tune of 7,700. And the other amount, as Krishna Kirtan Prabhu mentioned, that's a due to the engineering which we need to kind of account for. So that's it from my side. Again, I would like to thank Krishna Kirtan Prabhu and the entire team for giving this opportunity to do my seva. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Balaj Prabhu. I'm very grateful for taking this important service, looking after the expenses. I think the amount engineering cost is not listed, which is due, right, in your chart. Yeah, just
that's true. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you. Any questions anyone has, later you can reach out. We have a 10 minutes slot for question answer. So very grateful for your, dedicated service in both Saikiran Prabhu and Balaj Prabhu for constantly working. Nowadays, sometimes we get from checks, someone cash, and sometimes, PayPal, sometimes Facebook. It's not a very easy job, they're working 8 to 5 at work, but still they are working on our accounts. Very grateful. Thank you so much. We will next presentation will be Kalyan Prabhu on Sunday school. This year, Sunday school, our commitment to our children is first priority. I think everyone knows. We have been always trying to commit for the children, and also next project we are working also to enhance the facility for the children. Children has been very priority. So I can, Kalyan Prabhu, when you're ready to share, you can always share it. So, Kalyan Prabhu is leading the Sunday school as a principal. I will welcome him to speak something on what happened this year.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Can everybody see my screen and hear me okay?
Yes.
Hi. So give a quick update. So general overview. So we have 22 students. We have 2 classes. We have the Madhava class for kids between 3 to 8 years old, and the Damodar class, kids older than 8 years. So Jyotsna Mataji is a teacher for Madhava class, and Pranath Prabhu is the teacher for Damodar class. The Sunday school, the main purpose, right? So we want to help children develop a strong character and personality. We want the kids to learn about our Vedic cultural heritage. And also we want it to be practical, not just theoretical. We want them to apply the realizations in the day-to-day lives. So the kids learn in a fun-filled environment. There's a lot of activities, like storytelling, shlokas, mantras, discussions, and all the good stuff. So I just put this just for nostalgia a little bit, like before COVID. So like this is how it used to happen, but now because of the COVID restrictions, so we are meeting in Zoom. But I'm very happy to tell that the Sunday school, the kids have adjusted very nicely to the online teaching. And so they have seen wonderful spiritual growth in the kids and in their presentation skills also. And I just want to thank very much to the wonderful teachers and to the supportive parents, right? So thank you very, very much. I mean, we have been actually able to conduct the Sunday school even during the summer break and in all long weekends also, right? Which I doubt if how many places have done that. But so that's very, very amazing. And recently for the Gita Jayanti, so both the kids actually they from both classes they recited the Bhagavad Gita shlokas, and the Damodar class kids they also read the two chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. So it was very, very amazing. So we have big plans coming up for next year. So we want to grow our school. So we request everybody to please spread the word about our Sunday school. So we want to create a new Gopal class for kids aged 3 to 5 years. We also want to create a shloka class, a special separate shloka class wherein exclusively focused on teaching verses from the Gita, Bhagavatam and the Ishopanishad. And then at the end of the school year, we will have an online presentation. And if things clear up, so then definitely it's going to be on site. But otherwise, we are planning right now for online. And then there'll be an end of year, the whole thing. And then we also want to set up a Vedic library for the Sunday school kids. So that's what we have in plan. And so I'm once again, I'm very, very grateful to all the parents and all the teachers. Also, I'm very thankful to the kids who are very enthusiastically participating. And it's a real pleasure to, to do this service. I'm very, very thankful to the Krishna Village management for offering me this service. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. On behalf of all the teachers and parents and children, we want to management. We want to really thank you for taking this lead and also planning for next year. Something based on the situation you have planned, how we can improve. Very grateful for doing this. Now we will go to Pranath Prabhu, who is the lead for the book distribution, which is our primary goal. As our goal is, Pranath, when you're ready, you can always share the screen. Is our goal is everyone should in this Delaware should have a copy of Prabhupada's book in no matter what form. We have tons of varieties, but at least our goal is at least we can have one book in each and every family should have at least one book in Delaware. Thank you. Pranath, please.
Hare Krishna. Can you all see the slide?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Krishna Kirtan Prabhu. Yes. So there's a lot of slides we put together, as we go along, we have been compiling this list. So I'll try to quickly go through some of those, but a lot of those are pictures, so we don't have to really spend too much time. But yes, this year, 2020 has been a very interesting year. And like our Sunday school, like our other programs, even the book distribution strategies had to be, improvised. So we have a pre-COVID book distribution and a post-COVID book distribution overview that I will share. And just thought of starting with this quote from Prabhupada: by distributing these books, doing a great service for Krishna. So January through March, I think about mid-March is when we had to, kind of cut down on our outdoor book distribution activities. So, and then from April through, we continue with our, virtual programs and virtual book distribution, although we have just started again to go out for the Gita Jayanti Marathon. So this, I'll give a quick overview of our book distribution success stories for the first period from January through March, and then our efforts during the COVID period. And of course this includes, a lot of campaigns that have been part of the global Sankirtan team, which is the Bhadra Purnima and the Gita Jayanti marathon, and our regular book distribution activities. So pre-COVID, January through March, we have distributed a total of 954 books, about 460 Bhagavad Gitas, and then about around 500 small books. And our major events during that period was the Body, Mind, and Spirit Festival, which is one of our major events we have been attending for many years. And then the Veg Fest in Lewis, and of course the temple programs like the Gaur Purnima, and our regular monthly Sankirtan festivals and door-to-door book distribution. Um, and just some pictures from our, you know, uh, Body, Mind, and Spirit Festival in January. A lot of people have received the Bhagavad Gita, and devotees participated very actively. And also we have, can see this is Dhruva. We have Rajras Prabhu in there and Harinam Prabhu, myself. So this is one of our major festivals, major book distribution. We distributed close to 190 Srila Prabhupada's books during this Body, Mind, and Spirit Festival. A lot of devotees uh, served during that event. Very grateful to all the devotees who participated, served prasadam, cooked prasadam, and supported in many ways. Then the Veg Fest is also a annual event that we attend, and this is our Brihad Natanga team, and of course some devotees are missing there. But so Veg Fest was also another very successful event for us. And then this is our monthly Sankirtan team, where during January through March, every month, fourth Saturday, all the devotees went out for book distribution. This was a important step in our book distribution here in Delaware, that the congregation has actively participated. Since late last year, we started this program, actually from summer of last year, and a lot of devotees actively participated, and we have increased our book distribution during those months. And one of the key reasons was this monthly Sankirtan festivals that we started from last year, from late last year. And then a lot of devotees received books during our monthly Sankirtan festivals. Um, and this is a just to give an example. This is a Blue Dart bus driver, and this is our Delaware Health Social Services employee who works there. She said not only the people who are there, but even she as an employee there said she needed a copy of the Bhagavad Gita, for herself more than the people that she. So a lot of people received. Uh, this is our Atulya Harinam Prabhu distributing books in his neighborhood and to his extended family. And in many places we had distributed during the pre-COVID period, near many grocery stores and gas stations, many places in Delaware. And then during the COVID, obviously we couldn't go out, so a lot of changes had to be made. We were very creative with the support and strategic ideas given by the North American Sankirtan Leaders team. We have so many online programs. Our monthly Sankirtan festivals were all conducted online every month. We had, and in the recent months, we have had twice a month. Devotees participated, and we reached out through, social media, phone calls, emails, Instagram, many apps. And there was a Bhadra Purnima campaign that started late April, and the goal was to distribute as many Srimad Bhagavatam sets as possible. We started with a modest target of 20, increased it to 50, but by the collective effort of all the devotees in Delaware, we were able to exceed the target. And as of today, we distributed 61 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. And this is all because of the efforts of all the devotees here, that we were able to offer this, as our service to Srila Prabhupada. And Many devotees received the Srimad Bhagavatam sets both in the congregation here and outside of Delaware, and outside of Delaware also. People have received and benefited, and we put our mark here. This is the North American Srimad Bhagavatam Bhadra Purnima campaign, and Delaware is right here, so you can see. So, and then for the efforts, even the ISKCON News recognized Delaware's contribution for book distribution. And then we also participated in the Gita Jayanti Marathon, which was to try to distribute 2 million Bhagavad Gitas. The global goal was, and Krishna Village committed to physically distribute 1,000 copies of Bhagavad Gita, and not just through sponsors, but to actually reach out to 1,000 people and to distribute 1,000 copies. And the team, through many creative ways during this COVID, one of the key program was the Motel Gita program, where we have reached out to motels and we distributed a total of 1100 plus Bhagavad Gita copies and still counting. We have another week to go. Our target was 1,000 copies, and motels, we have placed Bhagavad Gita copies in motels, and several motels have accepted the Bhagavad Gita copies, and just to give some. And then we have also distributed Bhagavad Gita copies in and around the temple communities, neighborhood devotees, packed these nice Christmas gifts and distributed. Uh, and then devotees also, and did a lot of legwork in the back for this to be successful, for this to be happen. And we also went out door to door distribution for the Gita Jayanti Marathon. So to conclude, overall for 2020, we have distributed about 1560 copies of Bhagavad Gita, about 61 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam, and small books, medium-sized books, about 750 copies. So a total of 2,371 Srila Prabhupada's books, all because of the effort of all the devotees in the Brihad Mridanga and the monthly Sankirtan festival team. And I want to thank also, most importantly, Krishna Kirtan Prabhu for always encouraging and supporting. As always, we had this monthly Sankirtan festival. Nobody is there, meaning most of the times devotees are there. But Prabhuji, no matter how his schedule is, was always there, to provide his support. Very grateful, and thanks to all the participants, all the devotees who supported directly, indirectly in distributing Bhagavatams, in distributing Gita, in sponsoring. Please forgive if I've missed any names. And then just wanted to end with this one note from Srila Prabhupada. I'll just quickly read out if it's okay. Do we have a few seconds, Prabhu? Yeah. So how to increase book distribution? Prabhupada answers this question. During a darshan with Srila Prabhupada in the Atlanta temple, we asked, how can we increase our devotion and our desire to distribute more books? We were sitting there eagerly waiting some special formula to expand our book distribution. Srila Prabhupada sat there and didn't even look at us. He was looking above us and we kept waiting. Finally, he said, if you want to increase book distribution, if you really want, I have only one recommendation. We are holding our breath. He wouldn't say it immediately. Then he looked at us and said, if you want to increase, then you must chant your rounds uninterrupted. After beginning your chanting, you do not stop until you finish. Srila Prabhupada said that this is the key for increasing book distribution. Because if you win that fight, you will win all day. If you lose and let your mind carry you to another thing, it's obvious you'll have a difficult day. So just pray that we are able to chant our rounds uninterruptedly every single day for 2021 and do our best to increase our book distribution and to offer this to Srila Prabhupada as our service, as our insignificant service. Again, I thank everybody for the opportunity. Thank you, Krishna Kirtan Prabhu. Very grateful. And also, our Harinam Prabhu is there. He is the co-lead in serving for this important. Harinam Prabhu, do you have anything to add, please? correct?
Harinam Prabhu is like salt in a preparation. he wants to remain anonymous.
No,
But
no. There. Where is he? He cannot. Prabhu, are you there?
yeah, he's muted. That's okay.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Pranath. Very, very inspiring presentation. And as you know, this movement began from books. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked to write our founder of this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, Rupa Goswami, to write books. And no matter what, by mercy of Prabhupada, hope the book distribution will flourish. We are small, but we are big when we have everyone together. Thank you for leading, making this happen, even though in these difficult situations, you have been constantly working. I know that. And, and I was very happy that it is in good hands. So that's why it removed a lot of stress from me. I'm very grateful. So as 2021 brings, everybody will join. We will again reunite and try our best to support you in this mission of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.
Thank you. So if you like, if you can stop the sharing. So now our next program was Kahoot. I don't know if I'm spelling Kahoot or not. What we will do is we'll move a little back. I know some of you are waiting. Kalyan Prabhu will do the Kahoot, some nice, interesting, interactive questions. But anyone has 2-3 minutes, anyone have a quick question before we go for a nice play which has been put by our devotees during COVID. I would like to replay that drama so everyone can relish. Any quick question anyone has? Anyone has?
How do you Hare Krishna, how do you approach people and get them interested in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam?
Very nice question. This is Razvi. Razvi, very nice. So, Pranath Prabhu, maybe see the first question, you should answer that.
First question is to ask them to take Bhagavad Gita, and we can give you some training on how to distribute a Bhagavad Gita. But the first question is to ask, say that the book teaches you how to live a better life, and approach people and ask. Half the problem is solved right there. But I don't want to take too much time. But for Srimad Bhagavatam, we have, because you have accepted a copy of the Srimad Bhagavatam, right? A set. Do you have at home?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes, if you start reading, if they are children, then you can say so many stories are in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It improves your English, it improves your vocabulary, and you learn a lot of things if you start reading the Srimad Bhagavatam. If you are trying to distribute to children, but for adults also, it teaches, so many morals through so many stories. For Bhagavad Gita, there are many ways you can distribute a Bhagavad Gita. And the Bhagavad Gita is like a manual for life. It's a manual for life. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, we can have a separate section.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next time, keep Razvi and Indani Matajan family also in this. They can serve in their community, begin serving. Thank you so much. I didn't want to miss if our Suvarnimai Prabhu is on the call today. He's supposed to present something. Suvarnimai Prabhu and Raksana, who are leading in our Southern Delaware program. I don't know if he's in iPhone or he's not there. I don't know.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, you're
Yes.
there. Let me give a brief. Suvarnimai Prabhu is one of the main important two things I missed it actually. What Pranath Prabhu said that MSF we started this year and Pranath Prabhu covered, and Suvarnimai Prabhu got initiated And Revati Sundari Mataji got initiated. I missed that. Sorry for this. So many things happened. So when we have, even in spite of all these difficult situations, non-stop, he continued the program in his place. He had different places, outreach programs. At the same time, he always was there in the temple. And even though no matter who is there or not, he continued his kirtan, very enthusiastic, inspiring everyone to online. Now I welcome him to speak something.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everybody.
So that everyone is jump very high to start 2021 Sankirtan. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. So yes, I'm very blessed and fortunate. The Sodal Bhakti House project kind of fell into my hands. Not really qualified, but it's as you mentioned, Prabhu. We've been having a weekly program almost every single week without fail for 2 years now. Before that, Madhuri Pura Prabhu and Krishna Kirtan Prabhu had started a monthly program in Milton, and then at the Milton Theater, and that's how I was actually introduced to Kirtan. And but for 2 years now, we've hosted at our home once a week, and at the I guess that was last year. At the end of last year, a gentleman who had only attended 1 or 2 programs came and gifted us these beautiful Gaurnitai deities, Sri Srinita Gaurahari. And we've been so blessed to have them in our home. Let us try to serve them. And we've been blessed with enthusiastic group down there. They're just about all Westerners, American-bodied people who have really taken to Kirtan. And we have very, very enthusiastic Kirtan programs. They've really, they've taken books. They have an interest in reading Srila Prabhupada's books. At the beginning of this year, we started at the same time when we started the monthly Sankirtan festival up here at Krishna Village. We also started a monthly Sankirtan festival down in Rehoboth area. And so we did that every month until the lockdown happened. All glories to the Krishna Village MSF for continuing throughout COVID. Unfortunately, Sodal Bhakti House's MSF is still on pause while the lockdown is happening. But something else that was nice this year, we started this fall, 2 monthly programs, 2 separate monthly programs. So basically a bi-weekly program in Salisbury, Maryland. And we had a nice response, nice turnout. It was all outdoors and socially distanced. And we had between 10 and 25 people each time. And I used Madhuri Pura Prabhu's method of offering a free book at the end of the program. And then, most people give a donation anyway. So we were able to distribute a good amount of books that way. And we have several people from that program that come to every single one. And we have some people that came to that program, but then went to other parts of the country, moved. And I think that they've sought out devotees in those places where they've moved to. And just another nice thing with this year was when we did the lockdown, our weekly program went online, and we did a virtual program on Facebook Live and Zoom. So we did that every week for a few months in the spring. And we still have people that, tell us even now, like just a couple weeks ago, someone mentioned Roxana. Oh, I never told you, but I watched all your programs this spring and they meant so much to me. And, I chanted along, and these are people that we had no idea had been reached. They've never come to an in-person program. I think at least some of them were just kind of acquaintances, just kind of Facebook friends, people that we're not really close with. And, they've been inspired. And, our neighbor across the street. So in the summer, once the weather was nice, we started doing in-person programs, but outside. And our neighbor across the street would sit in her yard and listen to the kirtan. And I saw just the other day, she posted something on Facebook and, signed off with Hare Krishna. And she was asking me about Bhagavad Gita, and I delivered some books to her, and she's been reading them. And one time I was on a japa walk in the neighborhood, and a neighbor like across the neighborhood asked about our kirtans, outdoor kirtans. He said that he and his wife would sit in the backyard every Thursday and have a little campfire and listen to the kirtan. So, we thought we were just having our weekly program, but I guess it was a bit of Harinam too at the same time. So we've had a nice year. We've had the online programs, which is nice. And we've had lots of in-person programs. We've had new outreach programs. We did less Harinam than we wanted to, but we did do one really nice Harinam in Lewis. Roxana can tell you about that. She's our Harinam leader. You just hit me.
If Harinam didn't happen, this is only because of you. Now go ahead.
That did happen because I made it happen, right? Just that one time. But now we have a good spot, so that'll be our spot.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that it's off of the road, so we can be socially distanced, not make anyone uncomfortable, but still give the holy names. So that's our report. Thank you so much for everyone, for your association and your inspiration and encouragement. And we love you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so very, very much, Subharnimai Prabhu and Roxana, for, we all know in this difficult time, you always made everyone smile. Yeah, right? Yeah, enthusiastically singing and dancing. What did we ended up with? Wonderful year. Very grateful. Hope, we pray that we all continue. You, both of you, Pranath Prabhu, our all leadership team, and we will do more and more by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Very grateful for everything you have done, and we pray that you continue to bring Krishna to the residents of Delaware. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will show you a quick video now at this time for everyone's pleasure, which let me share this. The program is turning out to be very nice. Just great.
I think we're gonna start our drive back home. But Happy New Year, everybody.
You can drive. You can be on the phone. No problem. Hare Krishna.
I will.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Happy New Year. Hope to connect you soon.
Ravana, king of the demons, acquired superpowers by the boon granted to him by Brahma that he should be invincible against Devas, Asuras, Gandharvas, and other such beings. It is beyond anyone's capacity to subdue, conquer, or kill Ravana.
జటాకటాక సంభ్రమ ప్రమన్నిలింపనిచ్చరి విలోల వీచి వల్లరి విరాజమాన మూర్ధని ధగద్ధగద్ధగజ్జలల్లలాట పట్ట పావకే కిశోర చంద్రశేఖరే రతి ప్రతిక్షణం మమ జయత్వద ప్రవిభ్రమ ప్రమద్భుజంగమస్ఫుర ధగద్ధగద్ధి నిర్గమత్కరాళ పాలహవ్యవా ధిమిం 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 ధనన్ముదంగ తుంగ మంగళ ధ్వనిక్రమ ప్రవర్తిత ప్రచండ తాండవా.
In the security of Brahma's boon, Ravana has grown wicked and was causing untold misery and hardship to everyone, and he ill-treated women. In his arrogance, Ravana did not care to ask for protection against mankind. All the demigods rejoiced and turned to Krishna for help.
శాంతాకారం భుజగశయనం పద్మనాభం సురేశం విశ్వాకారం గగన సదృశం.
Absolutely surrendering themselves to Hari, the Devatas begged the Lord to be born as a man and put an end to Ravana and his atrocities. Hari agreed and assured the Devas that he, along with his conch shell, Chakra, and Adiseshu, will be born as the 4 sons of King Dasharatha. Srimati Mahalakshmi came down to earth and living in an ashram as Vedavati in a forest. Ravana, the emperor of Lanka, found Vedavati sitting in meditation and was captivated by her beauty. Ravana mocks her austerities and insults her devotion to Vishnu. Vedavati gets very angry. And she curses Ravana that she will leave her body now, but take rebirth and will become cause of his death. Vedavati will be born as Sita Devi. The king Janaka was ruling the kingdom of Mithila that was located between rivers of Gandaki and Mahananda. One day King Janaka was plowing the fields as part of his yajna.
ఇంద్రాయ పుత్రిణిదం నమః శ్వేతపుత్ర సమతో వత్సంతామకాదయ నత్వామింద్రాయ విద్యతే స్వాహా ఇంద్రాయ పుత్రిణిదం నమః.
He found a box in the earth wherein he found a baby girl. His gurus named the baby as Sita because she was naturally found in Mother Earth. King Janaka had in his possession an enormous bow which at one time belonged to Lord Shiva, who left it in the custody of an early ancestor of Janaka, and it had remained as an heirloom. The Shiva's bow is very powerful and auspicious. It is said no normal person is powerful enough to lift or move the bow. On one day, young Sita was playing in her palace with her friends.
ఇదిగో మల్లె పూల బంతి
play, the ball rolled down to under the side of Shiva's Dhanushu, the bow. Sita Devi just lifted the bow and her friends picked the ball to continue to play. King Janaka saw the feat performed by Sita Devi and was surprised. He decided then that whoever lifts and strings the bow will be the right man to take her hand in marriage. King Dasharatha ruled the kingdom of Kosala from the capital city of Ayodhya. His queens gave birth to Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, and Shatrughna. Dasharatha's life attained a full meaning as he and his whole family were extremely happy as they watched their children grow.
రాముని కోటిది లోకము రాముని పైనే ప్రాణము రాముని వేరే వేదం రూపే మోదం పలుకులే మోహన గానం కళ్ళది మాత్రం కౌసల్యైన పైకి రాముని తల్లి అర్హణమైన రాముని విడిచి బ్రతకదు రెండవ తల్లి అంతా రామమయం కైకాదేవికి అంతా రామమయం.
Vishwamitra was a king who attained sainthood through tremendous austerities. He had long ago exhibited his spiritual powers by starting to create another rival universe and new constellations. Vishwamitra is tapas in human form, bravest of the brave and wisest of the wise. He is the master of every weapon and attained Brahmarishi level in spiritual progress. He beholds the past, the present, and the future. Vishwamitra visits Ayodhya and takes young Lord Rama and Lakshmana along with him to the forest to protect his yagna. On the way, Vishwamitra teaches and transfers his weaponry powers to Rama and Lakshmana.
కౌసల్యా సుప్రజా రామా పూర్వా సంధ్యా ప్రవర్తతే ఉత్తిష్ట నరకార్జున కర్తవ్యం దైవమాన్నికం.
After protecting the yagna, Vishwamitra takes Rama and Lakshmana to Mithila, where Sita Devi's Swayamvar, the challenge for marriage, was underway.
బెడలను కోదండ పాణి అడవుల బడి ముని వెంబడి బెడలను కోదండ పాణి నడచినంత మేర వనము నందన వనమాయను స్వామి అడుగులిడిన పుడమి మురికి హర్షము వర్షించెను పతిత పావని పదము భవబంధ వినాశము పాతకార బండరాగి పడతి రూపునందెను వెడలెను కోదండ పాణి పురవీధిని నడిచేరి నరుడు కాడు హరివే హరుని ఎత్తేది తరుణిని పట్టేది శ్రీవరుడే సుందరుడే అని బాణముల పడి విధముల ప్రస్తుతించి తిలకిందర పొలకిందర వేడలెను కోదండ పాణి. కళ్యాణం చూతమురారండి శ్రీ సీతారాముల కళ్యాణం చూతమురారండి లోకమంతా పందిరి వేసి భూదేవంతా అరుగును అలికి ఆకాశమంతా పందిరి వేసి భూదేవంతా అరుగును అలికి ఆని ముత్యముల ముగ్గులు పెట్టి అంగరంగ వైభోగ భరితమౌ కళ్యాణం
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I thought it's worth sharing this. Devotees put together during the COVID time. Hope you all enjoyed it. You must have seen it earlier. We prepared for this. I'm very grateful that in spite of the COVID, we came up with such a nice program. Thanks to all the technology also, everything comes up manifest now when we need it. So with this, if it's okay, we will have quick presentation, continuation of our presentation. Then after that, we will have Kahoot by Kalyan Prabhu. I'll go keep very brief for in preparation for the 2021. Is it? Did I share with all of you? No. Okay. Yes. Hare Krishna. So now, as we welcome 2021, of course, we begin with our special prayers, and this is the eve preparation. Tonight is the preparation for next year and tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be offering as yajna to all our congregation members, but the well-being of our congregation members starts at 10 a.m. in the morning, and you can watch through Zoom, which we will send a different link, or you can watch through Facebook. Both you can watch, participate, not only watch. Being online presence, basically you're participating. And at noon, starting noon until 10 p.m. tomorrow will be continuous Srimad Bhagavatam recitation. What a wonderful day to begin our new year. That's what we will live. As a congregation, we will live, no matter what circumstances it is, living spiritually. Now, we'll begin with some of the plans which we will have for New Year. As things are not very clear, devotees will be reaching out, giving some, spiritual gifts. We made a nice laddus will be offered tomorrow. Gifts will be given to all the devotees and sponsors, donors, starting tomorrow and after tomorrow we will do it. But with regards to projects, as Krishna Village development, we will be posting, updating you the progress towards that. And also we pray that our, the cow Gosala project comes. So our children and congregation and the Delaware, we set an example because we are devotees of Krishna, and cows are very dear to Krishna. So and the cow and bulls are represented a symbol of religion, dharma. It leaves a great responsibility on us to work. At least begin with such a great, take this initiative of starting the Gosala project. So as Dover people have plans, desires to have the temple. So we hope something comes up, and Dover people gets the temple, we get a Gosala project as well. And it's a nice facility for all the residents, devotees to come and spend some time also over there to learn and have a wonderful time over there. And more than that, we are still working on the next year's plan. Hope we all will stay safe. We will keep you posted, update you all our next year's plan. Preliminary plan, we will send it. Okay, because for a few months still it has to be, we cannot really do major activities, but online activities we will continue to do. I'm very, very grateful to all our devotees who made this 2020 worth. It is interesting when devotees are sharing this presentation. It is so amazing that so many things has been done. So many wonderful things has been done. Unbelievable. That's books, programs, funds, accounting team, Suval Prabhu staying in the temple, all these situations. He has, constantly working for all of us, and we are able to serve him. I'm very, very grateful, extremely grateful to all of you on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and our management. I thank you everyone for your generous support and active support this, making this Krishna consciousness grow. Let's all make this vow that we'll improve in our spiritual practice, and we will share others in doing so in 2021. So with this, I would like to conclude here. However, we have some nice fun part is pending with Kalyan Prabhu. I will hand over to Kalyan Prabhu now.
Right, Prabhuji. I request everybody to turn their videos on because I'm going to start the Kahoot quiz and I would like to see the participants.
Already?
Mama has the website.
Hare Krishna. I still see some videos turned off. Atulya Harinam Prabhu. Sagata Mataji, Krishna Prabhu. Shah Mataji, please turn your videos on.
Nice.
All right.
So nice to see everyone in the video.
Yeah.
Everyone excited for this Kahoot?
It's going to be fun. So you are gonna like it. All right. I still see Sagata Mataji, please, if you can turn your video on, much appreciated. Atulya Harinam Prabhu, Raksha Mataji. All right. Okay, I am going to begin. I'm going to paste the link in Krishna Village.
You can send the link to Krishna Village also. Everyone, text everyone here in the chat.
No, you have to.
Oh, it has to be
have
there.
to be on screen.
Yeah, I mean, they can
I
copy.
put it in the Krishna Village WhatsApp. Everybody. Just waiting for people to join right now. Okay, I see a couple people joined. I'll start the game as soon as we have a few more joinees. Just waiting. Please go to Krishna Village WhatsApp and you'll be able to. All right. Hare Krishna, has everybody gotten the link? I still don't see many people here. Rajras Prabhu, Harinam Prabhu, Sagata Mataji, Raksha Mataji, Vijayanand Prabhu.
I logged in with last session here. I did your name here.
Has everybody gotten the link? Hare Krishna, Samarth.
I think everyone can unmute now if they want. It's not.
Yeah,
like...
you can unmute. Yes. Please unmute. Yeah, please. Rajvi. Okay, Rajvi. Okay. All right, I'm going to start. So I request everybody to please, join.
What invocation should I have? Oof.
Yes, I got one.
No, Parikshit. Everyone gets 50%.
Yeah, how do you know that? How do you know that?
So everyone gets that. That's our last
In Bhagavad Gita 15 chapters, who touched Krishna?
I'm competing with all the small children. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. This I'm seeing the leaderboard here. It's very nice.
Fiji, Hawaii.
It froze.
Yeah, I answered for you. I got power up.
Power up 50 out of 50.
I don't know why. It won't go up.
No, good.
But
Like Arjuna's grandson.
yeah, I said that one.
With the king of demigods.
Yeah. This phone's freezing. Those are careful words.
Samarth, are you winning or not? Don't cry at the end.
Just a second.
What is doing it? I select one or it'll come. Wait, keep time freeze. Wait, keep time freeze.
It's if you want to freeze your time so you don't miss it.
Oh, the competition is heating up now. Oh, you can see the leaderboard. Wow.
Huh?
Who did first?
Please try to put me up at the top if you can.
Now that you have to do, Prabhuji. You have to answer the questions too. Yes, the top.
Did? Okay. I don't want to lose with Samarth, that's it. Otherwise, you're going to cry. Rajvi, you're doing okay, right? Try to beat Samarth. Wow, wow. All the kids.
It was Jagannath who I don't know.
Who does Krishna say?
Everyone becomes so serious, actually. Really, that's good.
Which is proper position.
What is the number it shows? Top to bottom.
Huh? What is the discussion between Lord Krishna and Arjuna famously known as Bhagavad Gita? Who's the king of demigods? How many questions do you have left?
You can do it. You can do it. It's a very tough competition going on right now. This leaderboard is very, very close.
Who's also Dhananjaya of Arjuna?
What is
Who helps Ravana and Maricha? Okay, Subha. Can't get any wrong. Where did you start the Hare Krishna first
Do you
meeting?
have to touch anything?
No, we did
No, come by itself. It freezes every time.
Oh.
What's new though? Vanar who was killed by Lord Adrida. What was the name of the guru that you got? Brihaspati. Activities under which
Like, use this one. You haven't used Stretch Saver yet.
It saves your streak, so if you get one wrong, it's also where's the grand temple being built? Marathon. Excellent getting the wrong. As part of a hot and spicy food is for more passion.
Vedic planet, temple, big temple.
I see some upsets, like going on. Come on, you can do it.
Who is winning?
We're first right now.
Oh,
It's still fluctuating, Prabhuji.
so whoever shows on the top is the winner, huh?
Yeah, after the game overs, yeah. Right now, yeah, they are still playing. So few people have done, but see, in this quiz, right, there are some special points that you can get. So sometimes in the end, what happens is people just jump. So
Like the power-ups and everything.
the power-ups and everything.
That,
Yeah,
like there's one called double points that makes you go double points.
Can you help me? How can I get it?
it comes as you are playing. It will come. They will pop up in the
Prabhuji,
screen.
when you answer a question right, it will give you automatically power-up.
Yeah.
You just need to activate it.
Thank you for educating me.
Yeah, no problem.
If I beat these children, then I'll sleep nicely tonight.
See, look, I got you the third.
Huh?
I got you the third.
Third place you are.
Basu's first place.
Who's second?
Everyone is so serious. We should not have classes. We should have cohort.
We should have Kahoot class. Okay.
In ISKCON, we will not have a Bhagavad Gita class, cohort class. That's it.
Almost there. So
the winner is going to get special gift. And participants will also get special.
in Krishna consciousness quiz, everybody is winner. Almost there. So the people who are there in the Zoom chat, everybody, they're coming to an end, and some new people have joined. I think because I pasted in the WhatsApp group. So I'll keep this game open so that they can continue playing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Almost then.
No?
Okay, all right. So yeah, so everybody in here has completed. At least that's what I see in the leaderboard. Those in the Zoom, is anybody still playing? Please let me know, because the leaderboard is saying you're all done. Yes, something, Krishna Prabhu, you're on mute. I'm not able to hear you. You're saying something.
Ask to mute.
Okay, all right. So as it stands right now, so number one, again, I just want to be clear, everybody is a winner. It's a Krishna consciousness quiz, but in this leaderboard, number one is Vasudev.
Vasudev, yeah. He didn't play at all.
Didn't play at all. Well, somebody played with his name, so we don't know who that is.
Okay, if no one knows who is Vasudev, where is he?
Haribol. Number two, Shweta Mataji.
Okay, thank you.
Number three, Krishna Kirtan Prabhu.
You put me third, huh?
You made it, Prabhuji. You fought. You gave a tough fight. Number four, Shravan Prabhu. Number five, Samarth Prabhu. Number six, Bhumi Mataji. Number seven, Vijayanand Prabhu. Number eight, Rajvi Mataji. We have number 9, Shrikar Prabhu. Shrikar Prabhu, I think they is joined from the WhatsApp. Number 10, Sagata Mataji. Again, as I said, this is just for fun. And so the questions, I hope the questions were informative. And we learned a lot, like this is all like Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, everything is done in the mood of happiness. Susukham kartum avyayam. So thank you very much for playing. I'm going to keep the game open. So if you want, you can play again and you can repeat and answer those questions. So thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful for all of you to join. We had a wonderful program. I think I liked it, worked very well. So many things covered. We had drama, we had kirtan, we had presentation. And I wish all of you a very auspicious new year. Tomorrow, please join, participate in the program, and let's begin the new year with a wonderful start. And beginning with, please, if possible, start chanting tomorrow, if you are not doing. Otherwise, let's all start at least chanting sincerely starting tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Happy New Year.
Hare Krishna. Happy New Year. Bye.
Happy New Year.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Hare Krishna. Bye.
Thank you, Kalyan, very much.